So I thought I would just upload a video of my BeBox. So up front you can see there's the B logo stamped on the front of the chassis. There's a probably broken corner hard drive, and those aren't very reliable from what I understand. And there was probably never an external cover for this. So this is actually a Sun SCSI CD-ROM drive I have here. So I'm not 100% sure that'll even work, but I was just giving it a shot. This is the CD-ROM drive that came with it when I got it. I don't know if it works either. And this is the back of the case. Also of note is there's actually a keyboard and mouse card installed down here in the bottom, and I'm not exactly sure why, because it obviously has an AT connector here for a keyboard and also a PS2 connector for a mouse. The rest of these are infrared ports, serial ports, or infrared and joystick ports. Yeah, and 2 MIDI ports, or well, these are MIDI. I forget what this is actually, but I think that might be the game port. One of those is. Anyway, so there's a 10 megabit Ethernet card and the video card in there. I may need to replace the CMOS battery. I haven't done that yet. But other than that, I haven't quite figured out how to get this machine going yet. Also, when I attempted populating it with larger amounts of memory, it didn't seem to like that either. So theoretically, these machines can take up to 1 gigabyte of memory, and you can actually buy that. But whether or not it actually works, I'm not 100% sure. The memory sticks I have actually do work in it, as far as at least getting to this screen. But I'm not sure how functional that will end up being. But I figured it might be fun to try out. So another interesting thing I have here right below the camera is a Model M keyboard with nothing on the keycaps. So I'm not sure exactly how this happened, but a friend gave this to me a few years ago, and yeah. Oh, well, heck, that's new. I actually have not seen this screen before, so that's kind of lucky, I guess. And there's the boot ROM version. Now I wish I knew how I got to that. Just maybe it's because I've never actually plugged it into this keyboard controller at the bottom. Maybe the one on the board doesn't work. Also, previously I was using an adapter like this to connect the Model M keyboard with a PS2 connector to the AT connector. Maybe that's not working. I doubt that, but it's just a passive connector. But maybe the BeBox doesn't like that. Well, I don't know how to go up and down. I guess that means it doesn't detect the disc. So, this is going to probably require some further investigation. And I guess that would mean I can only boot, I'm not sure. I guess that's PR 1.1. Anyway, now I just got to figure out how to get back in the screen. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say here for right now. If anyone knows where this came from, I'd be curious. It's interesting to type on, only it's like touch typist only. So anyway, here's another look at the inside. You see right here, there are your two PPC603 16 megahertz processors, 66 megahertz. Your RAM slots are right there, and that is the I/O board for the back. And normally there would have been a the blinking lights would have been mounted up front, and I believe the connector is up in there. So anyway, it's pretty interesting to look at, and as far as I can tell, it works. I just haven't figured out how to get it completely booting. Part of that will probably end up being getting an actual hard disk for it, and maybe putting a working boot image on it, and just trying to use the CD-ROM drive. So while I'm at it though, this is some of the discs I have. I have whatever this is, 1.1D7, which I'm betting this should be able to boot. Since it's a later release of the ROM, that's one of the preview releases. The B sampler, BOS for Mac, whichever version that is, I'm not really sure. Code Warrior DR2, DR 2.2, another copy of DR2, I guess. B Developer Release 8, DR9, or I guess this may be Code Warrior, actually. I need to archive all these images. So this Code Warrior Release 3. I guess this is probably the latest one that I have. And actually not sure what version this is. It's from 93 to 96. But it doesn't say the version number. Anyway, that's all the CDs I got with the machine, and this may or not be familiar to some people that have worked with BOS, but popular screensaver for Haiku, and my own Haiku install. So one thing that Haiku has added on top of BOS is actually making windows tileable together. So to actually tile windows on Haiku, you grab one of the windows, hit the Win key or Super key, whatever you want to call it, and drag it on top of the other tab, and it will join the two windows together. Or if you want to take them back apart, you can just do that, and they'll be separate again. Anyway, So this is just a little AMD laptop. It's not very fast, doesn't run the web browser very well, but and it crashes a bit. But otherwise, package management, all that kind of stuff that BOS didn't have. Haiku does have. It has versioned package management, so if you have a failed package that breaks your install, you can back it back out from the boot manager. It's kind of interesting. Some desktop applets here. These are replicants from the activity monitor and calculator. Unfortunately, the weather app doesn't work anymore. Another cool one is the Notes app. So you just drag the Notes app on there and you can type in it, much like you can on other modern operating systems. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off right here.